Welcome to part 2 of our Alaskan honeymoon adventure, where we hiked in Denali National Park, flew through the Alaskan range, and met lots of wildlife along the way. We found a couple hiking trails on our way to Denali National Park, Talkeetna Lake Trail and Little Coal Creek. Talkeetna Lake Trail was more of a 3.5-mile walk around a lake, which was pretty, but you don't get much elevation gain or views. Little Coal Creek, however, had some great views at the top, even on the cloudy day. It's also right off the highway, so it's an easy stop to get a workout in and then lunch right before you get back in the RV for a couple hours north.
It was pretty good, honestly, except that it was a bit overgrown.
Right.
Overall, the trail was not too steep until the very end, a couple steep sections. But a lot of it was overgrown, and it had just rained this morning, so...
A little muddy and uphill.
A little muddy and a little wet from walking through all the trees and the brush, but views at the top are really good, even on a cloudy day, so can't complain. Got like 9-10 miles in today.
Nice. It's rainy, but you know, Alaska, it's gonna rain, so you have to expect this sometime. Here we're about 40 miles outside of the entrance to all of the campgrounds and the first 15 miles that you can drive through actually into the national park. So yeah, we'll probably get there about 8 o'clock, make some dinner, and hopefully tomorrow we have a little bit more sunshine and we can actually see some of these beautiful mountains more clearly.
Yeah, and beef jerky is really the winner of this road trip.
Alex loves the beef jerky.
We've never eaten more beef jerky, and we realize that Alaskans must eat more beef jerky than anyone else on the planet. Because
There's
it's
a lot of
everywhere.
options.
And it's cheap. It's crazy.
All right, so if you like beef jerky,
Quick
Alaska's for you.
We reserved a site for 2 nights at Savage River Campground, located at mile 13. The first 15 miles of the park are accessible by personal car or RV, but past that you have to use the bus system. Since we went during the summer of 2020, it was drastically different than normal years. The park was down 97% capacity, which was great for wildlife viewing, but the buses were extremely limited, so we didn't end up going past mile 15. This was a huge disappointment for us, but it gives us a reason to go back. In the end, we really enjoyed Savage River site, and we'd recommend it versus the others that are closer to the main entrance.
I would be so scared if I was that car right now.
Look this way.
Shh, Alex. That car's freaking out.
Yeah, I would be too.
It literally is
It's
double the
scary,
size of that car.
Put this on video.
Oh,
Dude, look at its like beard.
oh. What do you do? No, I don't think that's good. I don't think that's
I know,
good.
but I wanted to let this car behind us know.
You don't think it could see a massive moose on the side of the road?
It's going real fast.
Okay.
Made a big mistake on the bus situation. So, if you don't know, in Denali National Park, the road is 90-ish, 93 miles long or 85 miles long, one way. And that goes into the park. That's 7 million some acres. And the generally, you can only drive your personal vehicle the first 15 miles. Our campground is at mile 12.8. And so only a few more miles to the end, and then the road turns to dirt, and you have to take a public or private bus system. So, public, I guess kind of public. Park-owned, maybe, kind of bus. Anyways, our plan was, we thought, like normal people who live in cities, when there's a bus, you hop on the bus. But no, they sell a specific number of tickets to the buses each day, and because of COVID, they've greatly reduced their staff for the park itself. Is that correct?
have 80 buses running and they have 5.
Yeah.
And
So
they
there's
are only allowing maybe, we counted 12 people on each
14.
bus.
Yeah,
12 to
whatever.
14.
So we
missed the bus
we missed
situation.
the bus. So we couldn't buy a ticket to get on the bus, which
So
was
now
a big bummer.
we are like your great-grandparents hiking our ass through the wind and the rain 10 miles
But
uphill to school.
check it out. This is the view. It's not
Alright, but the most important thing and why we actually opened the video is not to tell you everything about our whole entire day since yesterday. It was really about the trail we just did. The ranger at the beginning of the entrance gave us recommendations, Savage Alpine Trail, and she was not wrong. It had beautiful overlooks. It's pretty steep if you start the way we started, which is on the far end at the 15-mile mark. Kind of like you're doing 30 flights of stairs right away.
steep going up, but easy coming down.
Easy coming down, but yeah, the peak, I don't know, it's like a 5,000 foot mountain, so we got to almost like the top where the trail went, so we would highly recommend it.
It was awesome.
And
great views, even on a cloudy, rainy day.
highlight of our day was the trail, and then also becoming an honorary junior ranger.
All right, talk to you later.
If you watched part 1 of our trip, you know we rescheduled our original time due to weather. We ended up having an awesome day to fly through the clouds and land at Denali Base Camp, where climbers begin the trek up to the 20,000-foot summit.
Anyways, it's awesome. Denali is right there, but it is literally so high, it is still in the clouds, while all of these other peaks are showing themselves. And Denali's like, no, I'm gonna stay up in this cloud that I've created on my own. Woo woo! Happy honeymoon, smooches!
Been there for
That's our
10
plane we
years
took
now?
up. Yay! I feel like if I don't do a snow angel, I'm gonna regret it.
Go do it.
Huh?
Go do it.
Okay. Alright, just had another awesome adventure and experience in Alaska. We just did the flightseeing tour, the Mountain Voyager flightseeing tour
Talkeetna.
with Talkeetna Air Taxi. We love you. Leanne was an amazing pilot. She rocked it. She showed us some awesome stuff.
Very experienced about all things Mount McKinley / Denali.
Yeah, she
Because-
actually made it to the summit 7 out of 15 attempts. So
Pretty amazing.
she's a pretty awesome person. Anyways, yeah, we are just on cloud 9. I literally felt like we were in the clouds, like in a dream, flying through the mountains. Mount Denali showed itself a few times.
We've seen it a few different times.
We saw it a few different times today. But honestly, like Mount Forester, Mount Hunter, we were like standing on this glacier.
Which are the second and third highest peaks, I believe, in the park, but potentially North America. We'll fact check that.
Yes, we'll fact check it. We always fact check out. Because earlier he said that the Denali National Park was 7 million acres. Fact checked him, 6 million.
Close. Might as well round up 1 million acres of. There's got to be about 1 million acres around Denali National Park that's basically uninhabitable anyway, so round it up. 7 million.
Yeah, we just had an awesome experience. It was so cool. I made a little snow angel on the glacier, and
this is what I've learned.
It was gorgeous.
What I've learned about Alaska is the things that are expensive because they're that awesome. Every dollar is well spent on these really cool
You might
tours.
spend some money here. There are ways to definitely make it cheaper, like RVing and buying your own food from Costco and making dinner in the camper most of the time. Finding
and spend
cheap.
your money on cool things.
So tip and trick for Alaska or any big travel thing that you're doing, we signed up for the Chase Sapphire rewards card because we knew we were going to come on a big honeymoon. Right away we knew we were going to be spending a lot of money on our wedding. So we got the 60,000 or 70,000 bonus points, and originally thought we were going to spend it mostly on like hotels or not RVs, but cars and rental cars, and didn't need any of those things because we rented the RV, which has been awesome. But one thing I didn't know is that they actually have this whole things to do section, and certain companies actually allow you to use points to through Chase to cover the cost. So our excursion through Talkeetna Air Taxi was actually covered through our points.
That shit free.
Not free, but you know what I mean. So you're gonna spend it anyways because you have this big wedding or big event or something like renovations. Go get a new card and put it on that. Get the tons of points.
Look, here's a travel hacking quick tip. Even if you're like, man, I can't spend $5,000 in 3 months. I don't spend that kind of money, Alex. You must be crazy. Go buy Meijer gift cards and pre-buy your groceries for the entire year. If you have $5,000 sitting in your bank account, do it right now. Smash that subscribe button. We're going to edit this part. But no, in all seriousness, if you pre-buy your groceries, you can buy, literally you can buy gift cards for BWL or whatever electric company sends you a bill every month. All those things you could pre-buy for months so that you get all of those points.
There's ways you can definitely spend it, and it's worth it because then you get to travel and use all those awesome points for things like we just did with an amazing flight seeing tour to Mount Denali. Like, that's incredible. I had no idea that Chase Sapphire actually allowed that. I thought it was just hotel flights.
But they have a lot of excursions.
But they have a ton of stuff on there. So we just got lucky on that, but hopefully now you guys can plan a little bit better because of our luck and have an awesome time like we did.
After taking in every angle of Denali, we found a boondocking site along the Susitna River, which was one of our favorite finds. In a normal year, we heard this can be a busy and rambunctious area, but we had the best time relaxing by the fire, listening to the river, and taking in our final days of vacation. We wanted to get some more hiking in since our goal for the trip was to do a total of 50 miles. We went to Beyer Creek Trail up to Kasuji Ridge, which is a medium to hard effort level but has some awesome views at the top. If you're wondering how can these people look at that same mountain every day and still talk about it, well, it's just that incredible, and you really have to experience the glory of the natural beauty yourself.
Hey, we're in our house for 10 days. Or this was our house for 10 days.
Yes. So, this is the Winnebago Mini Winnie.
Mini Winnie.
22M.
Woo woo.
22 feet. So this is pretty much it. You're looking at a table. Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is the table. Nice U shape. This also folds down into a bed.
which we don't need because
Which we
there's only
didn't-
2 of us.
We didn't use, but
Good
if,
storage. It's been
if you
helpful.
had kids or something, you could totally make this work with small kids or behind you, but we'll get there. All right, then this is basically the kitchen, so essentially a stove and a couple drawers and a small sink. Microwave, which has been really useful, and some cabinet space. Then
And you rent this little coffee maker for $4 extra, but we've used it every day.
every day.
We love
And
it.
then refrigerator is a pretty good size refrigerator for any RV,
Right.
really. So yeah, we had kind of no storage issues. And a freezer that we didn't really use, we did a little bit. And then,
This is where the magic happens.
as they say, anyways, this is the bedroom, but this is actually a slide out. So this slide goes out about 3 feet, 3.5 feet. And then this is a full-size queen bed, and you can walk around it, which is nice for taller people because if your feet hang off, they're not against the wall. Oh, and in here, hon, you gotta get the closet.
Yeah, super nice actually. Closet space, storage space.
For a trailer, it's very nice.
Yeah, we were very happy with it. Overhead storage again. Awesome, huge window in the back, so you get awesome views. There we go. So,
Yeah, the window in the back has been awesome. So we pretty much back that up at every place that there is a view, and had a really nice view when you wake up and when you go to bed. Bathroom. You have to walk in, I think, and do it yourself. But essentially, this has a stand-up shower, which is a little small, but it works. I would say a small vanity with some storage and a toilet. And that's pretty much everything you need in life.
yeah, it's been awesome.
I would say
Little storage cabinet. Whoop, don't look at me.
I would say that
And then this is the overhead where we kind of just kept like luggage and
correct.
obviously random stuff over there. But if you did have kids and you wanted to rent this, you could pull
Yeah,
down
there's
that.
actually a ladder to get up there.
Yep. And so you could totally make it a little sleeping space.
There's a TV.
They give you a TV and you can search channels, and when you're near a city, some things come in, like
In
the local
Anchorage,
news.
we got stuff, and in Seward,
Yeah.
we had the local news.
But
so.
when you're camping, you really shouldn't be watching TV anyway, so we did not use that a lot. And then, of course, the driver's area, we got the curtain up right now for privacy and to keep it dark, but it's been super comfy, and we love it. Hey,
It's Megan's birthday!
and this is our last day. We fly out tonight at like 9:30, so we have a full day, and this is the first morning we've literally just sat around and chilled, had breakfast, and enjoying this amazing view. This was our campsite last night. Alex found it on
Overlander. It's
Overlander.
It's an app, and it's all essentially publicly sourced. So people go to these campsites, and then they check in, post photos. So you can go around and you can check out all these different types of things. So it includes campgrounds, free sites like this one.
It was amazing. And you have views
and all
of
sorts
all
of
these mountains. There's a glacier over there. We'll have to look it up and figure out the name of
No,
it.
that is Nick Glacier.
Nick. 'Cause we're on the Nick River. K-N-I-K. So it's
Yeah.
gorgeous. There's also places that you can find that are like $20 or $30 to rent. That's about 5 miles down the road. So anyways, it's been awesome here. We had a great last night. Had some mimosas this morning and celebrating my birthday. And then we just wanted to do a quick recap and talk a little bit about the trails we did yesterday. It was super fun. We had a gorgeous day. So Mount Denali was showing herself pretty often. We
Yeah,
saw
pretty
some
often.
awesome
In
views
the morning better than the evening, and I would say that today seems similar. So it seems like we have seen a trend, and that the best views are in the morning. So
yeah.
if you really want to see Denali by air or by land, you gotta
Do it in
wake
the
up
morning.
early.
Yeah.
And
The first day we
try.
saw her in Denali National Park, it was about 7:30 a.m. and no clouds at all. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
But it's a little further away up there, and you see the north side. And then yesterday we were on the south side and had some awesome views from the south viewpoint in Denali.
Correct. Correct.
State Park. So then, yeah, and then we hiked.
It was a gunshot.
Then we hiked the. What was the name of the trail? Bayard.
No, this was. Anyways, it was at Bayer Lake.
Bayer Lake, B-Y-E-R, Bayer Lake Campground, which is a beautiful lake, and really cool trails around there.
Oh, I would say that if you want views of Denali, there's two.
Did I mention we saw a wolf on the drive back
Yes, we did.
from Denali State Park, and likely a golden eagle, and we were hiking yesterday, but it's really hard to tell because they're so far away, but it was massive, and it flew like an eagle. And Alex really wanted to see a golden eagle, so we're checking the box and saying we saw a golden eagle.
Saw a golden eagle. They are common in Denali National Park, is really where they live. So bald eagles are much more coastal birds from the sounds of it, and you really don't see a lot of those in Denali National Park, but we did.
A ton in Seward.
Yeah, ton in
so
Seward.
Many.
They're
everywhere.
literally
You
everywhere.
turn a corner, it's like a robin in Michigan.
Yeah, and then in Homer also. So
yeah.
Definitely some cool spots for eagle viewing. And then, but in Denali State Park, I would say there's two viewpoints from the highway of Mount Denali. So one is called Denali View South, one is called Denali View North, and they're about 60, 70 miles away from each other.
Yeah.
It's pretty far. And so we stopped at those, and we'll post pictures of that, which it was really cool when Denali's out, but you gotta be there when Denali's out. And very often, even on a sunny day, there will be clouds up by the mountain because it's so tall. It really creates its own weather.
Right.
So sometimes you'll be there and you can see Fortiker and Hunter, which are the other two large peaks around Denali, but you can't see Denali or what have you. So
yeah,
it's kind of interesting.
We were very lucky. We saw her
multiple times.
3 or 4 times.
And on the hike.
And why do people call mountains her? Why is it a female?
It's a.
Although I kind of like it, like very dominant, huge, like, okay.
Yeah, it's
note.
a female mountain.
It is a female mountain. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, it was really cool. We highly recommend getting
people
up
only
to
see
Denali.
Maybe
it's 30%.
30% of you get a 30% chance that you will see the entire mountain structure, and we saw it a few times, so we feel very lucky. And then we keep jumping around, but there's so much that we've done and seen, and so many random things that we've had on this adventure. Last night, sitting around the campground, all of a sudden, Alex says, "What's that interesting light that's coming out?" Northern Lights.
Yes.
Seriously, Northern Lights started happening last night.
It was moderate. It wasn't the most intense Northern Lights ever.
No, but it was very cool for not ever experiencing that before.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
And I think honestly,
it's hard to capture that in a photo.
We got one or two good
Yeah.
ones, and we learned a lot about Northern Lights photography. But I think you have to kind of get to a campsite like this where you're away from
dark.
everything
The
and you're by
stars were,
yourself. We just had a little
flickery.
fire
I felt
going.
like I could literally see the stars burning last night because it was just so beautiful and so remote here. So you don't want to give it away too much because we don't want it to become too busy. So don't come here. Actually,
and there's only two.
There are a lot of bears.
With just the two of us, like in the way where
It's
last night.
alone.
No. I'm saying last night Megan was like hearing things in the woods right behind us, and she went, "What was that? What was that?"
It was a bear.
Yeah. So I mean, you're definitely out here in the middle of nowhere, and there's nothing but you and a bunch of animals. So, but we loved it.
It
was
awesome.
an amazing end to our 10 days in Alaska.